cutting. That's not even cutting. I'll use the 10 snips better. You can't even cut through that. I'm gonna kill myself with 10 snips, and it's gonna all sharp edges. I'm gonna put the grinding wheel on that and grind that out. I can't get on the bottom of this anyway, so we're gonna have to do like I always do, scrape it out with a screwdriver. Get it out as much as I can. It's wet in there. Nothing I can do. It's not soaked, but it's pretty wet. It's got sand in it and everything else. The best I can do. I cannot get in. I can't even get the rivets drilled out. The damn drill kept sliding over and going off the rivets, so we're just gonna cut as much of this out. I'm gonna have to do it by hand. It's awkward to work. You really need to jack the van up higher. Goggles on here. I thought for sure I'd be able to snip it out of there with 10 snips, but this metal is pretty heavy. It ain't like the crap that cars they make nowadays. I'm not going to be able to cut down here anyways. I'm not going to be able to do it. All I can do is just... I can't get in there because it's one board. So I'm only going to be able to do the top and a little bit of the side, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. I didn't bring my dealing pad out. Snips. They're better than any cutting wheel made. That's good metal. That's heavy metal. I probably didn't need to cut back this far. Oh, man. Be all worn out by the time I get this done. I'll be ready for a nap. Try to cut that off with this. It's harder than I thought. I didn't think this was going to be a problem at all. Of course, I'm hunching over because I'm on my knees, but this van needs to be up higher so I can sit on a stool or something. I didn't bring my damn flashlight. The back wall is in good shape. The inside wall. But I can't tell the inside of this. So I'm going to do everything I can do. I can't grind it out. I gotta do it this way. I thought this was going to be an easy job. Damn thing's still on there. Back is killing me already. Oh. I can't see it. I reached up all the way in here, and it's fine up through here. It's nice and dry, and it's just in here. And you can see the galvanized that I put in there in the back, right there, right where my finger is. That's the new galvanized I put in there a few years ago. last a long time. That's pretty damn good. There's only surface rust on that. Yes, you got some sharp edges, you have some rust and bad spots. Very true. But it's only at the end. I'm going to take my, not the flap wheel, I'm going to take my grinder wheel, put it on my 4.5-inch grinder and grind the rough edges off of this. I'm not going to be able to get my grinder in here because you can't. I might be able to here, but with a cutting wheel you need to go right angles. And you're going to be going like this with a cutting wheel, so you can't get a cutting wheel in there because of this running board. And no, I'm not taking the running board out. No way, Jose. I gotta reach in because I can't feel with gloves. Well, it's wet down in here. Best I can do. Old jury rigging goat. I had to take an old hot dog stabber, which is no good anymore, bend it, take the prongs off, get in there and get the rust. Best I can do. You know why? It's the poor man's body work. You know why? It's been a while since I used these. I thought this was on the outside. Like that. But it rubbed. So I had to go this way. Don't think it matters, but as long as it fits on there, I think. Let's see. I can only go here and here. Sparks all in the face here. I don't know. I seem to have my problems. That's looking good enough. That's looking good enough. I don't need to get too much with that. Bang that up, bend it up. top and the metal can go up underneath it. This is not the metal I'm going to use, but I'll just see how it looks. Yeah. Can't get that grinder underneath there, I don't think. Okay, you can see that I've got it sanded down, and that's good solid metal there. It didn't really need the sand to galvanize too much or grind it down. I took the rivet out here. That just knocked through, but it's tight in there. You can see right where my fingernail is right there. That damn cutting wheel doesn't even cut it, and that's the big one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some I'll put my gloves on, and I'm gonna coat the inside of that. I decided not to use the navel jelly because I can't get it in there and rinse it out good, and it would be very hard, if not impossible, to dry it out. What I'm going to do is it's cleaned out as much as I can. I couldn't get a vacuum in there. At least wise, I can just about get the hose in there. Matter of fact, the hose won't fit in there, but even if I could get in there, I wouldn't be able to move it around and do anything. So I reached in and got as much stuff out as I can. I'm going to use the rusty metal primer. I'm going to try to shoot it all the way around as much as I can. When that dries, good old rubberized undercoating. As long as I get this covered, rust will not continue, because rust needs oxygen and moisture. If it's covered, it's going to be sealed and it will not go any further. Unfortunately, I can't get up inside here. The only way I'd be able to do it is to just make a mess and put it on my hands and rub it in there. I'm not going to go through all that. I'm going to hit it as best I can with these two items. Call it good. You probably can't see that. I'm doing the best I can with the lighting. I'm sorry. I got work to do. I can't fart around with good lighting. But I got it all covered as much as I can. So the next step is, when that dries, what I want to do is to put the red oxide primer on here. Okay? Because the sheet metal is going to go over that. I'm going to put a small piece of sheet metal in it to bond with this. I'm going to try to get the curve as good as I can get it, and try to get it to overhang here a little bit, and try to shove it up in there like I did with this one. Alright, I sprayed the rusty metal primer in there about half hour, 45 minutes ago. And I got a 7" by 7" square piece of galvanized sheet metal. I lightly sanded it to get the primer to stay on. And I'm priming the inside of this. So this side will go towards the inside. And this will get lightly sanded with very fine sandpaper. And be on the outside when I bondo and paint it. So from here to about here is 7 inches when it makes the curve here, and from here to here is also about 7 inches. So that's good. And what I'm going to do is I'll curve that piece after the primer dries, and I'll put a little curve on the corner over here, and it's going to be pop riveted in here. And then I'll bondo over this. And here I'm going to bondo this too. When I put this in several years back, and it's at least 5 years or more, I did not bondo it. So I'll probably try to grind these down just a little bit. We don't want to lose the strength here. And put some bondo on it. Probably use finishing Bondo. Alright, I'm gonna shoot some undercoating in there. It's been almost an hour since I sprayed the rusty metal primer. It is dry. Yeah, it's all dry. That should do it. Never think of bringing rags with me. Okay, we'll let that set. I'm gonna go cut that piece of metal. Alright, I put a curve in it and I checked it and I rounded this corner off here. Because this corner is gonna be up here. It'll be hot riveted in. Now we're going to butt up against this. I'm not going to do an overlap. I'll fill it in with Bondo. So what we got to do, this is trying to get that. Metal in there. I had it fit perfectly in there. I have to hunch over. I can't. I wish this van was about 3 foot higher. I have to talk soft. My neighbor's got a door open over there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole in here first and then go into here. I'm going to drill here first. I don't know if you're in camera or not. I can't see that. That is some thick metal. That is real thick. It's 3 times thicker than this. Oh man. I ground down the pop rivets as much as I could. I made the mistake of putting the lightweight bondo on first and realized that it's too soft. Because in these unions here, you need the good strong stuff. So I sanded and gouged out some of the joints of, got rid of some of the lightweight bondo and put bondo glass in there. Now I can put the lightweight bondo over that. Once that sets up, and I can sand it. And the rivets are ground down just enough so you're not going to see them. And this is very rough here because I just put the leftover on my spatula over here. So it's coming out pretty good. It's the best I can do. I'm not done with it, of course, but we're getting there. Okay, we're ready for the lightweight bondo. Oh man. So it's an awkward position getting in there to sand. Alright, we're going to use this for mixing. Well, I gotta sand this yet. It's getting there. It's not ready yet. This is the lightweight bondo, so I'm using, I'm going to be using 120. I have 120 and I have 320, and then of course I have the 80 grit. So we're not using no 80 grit on this, obviously. So down here we're going to have to use the rasp, I think. This is not my good one. I can't find a good one. I'm always losing things. Gonna mix up some Bondo now. All right, I'm ready for primer. That's the best I can do. I think it's, I'm not gonna worry about it. I can't get everything perfect, can never get it perfect. We're ready for primer. It's getting late, it must be about 5:30 now, at least. So, we're gonna spray this. I gotta cover this running board here so I don't get any primer on it. The battery's almost gone on this ZE1, so gonna hit it with primer, and that's gonna be the end of it for tonight. I hit it with one more coat after that dries. Dries pretty quick.